Hi, my name is Ben Waybright, and for the past couple of weeks, I have been researching government surveillance, specifically the Patriot Act and how it affects the right to privacy of citizens. So when we were given the stimulus material, we were given a picture of a bank's view picture, and it showed three shadowy figures eavesdropping on a girl in the telephone booth. This led me to the theme that the government is surveying us when they shouldn't be and collecting more information than they should, so I researched it farther, and that's when I came to the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act was put into place to help interfere and obstruct terrorism, but it is mainly used to just gather information and bulk information very easily. Which led me to my question of to what extent does the Patriot Act impact the citizens' right to privacy? While doing further research on this question, I came across another act that was put into place called the USA Freedom Act. And this act was put into place to help counteract the Patriot Act. And it limits the bulk collection of stuff information such as telephone calls, text messages, emails, mainly telephone. And and finding this out led me to my first solution that could be put into place to help stop the excess collection of information through the Patriot Act. My first solution would be adding more acts like the USA Freedom Act that help limit the Patriot Act farther so the NSA and the government cannot get as much information out of us as easily. Like, they can't just be like, oh, we think they're terrorists, so then they research further. They have to have specific evidence and a good, valid reason to research them. And then another solution would be to get rid of the Patriot Act altogether, but this isn't very good. This is not a really very good solution because the Patriot Act is beneficial. It has stopped terrorism, and it is still in place and constantly helping us stop terrorism, although it is allowing the government to collect more information. It's also helping stop terrorism. And then my final solution, and this is the solution that would most likely be put into place, and the most reasonable solution, is the sunset provision, which makes an act expire after a certain amount of time. So if this was put on the Patriot Act, when it expired, we would be able to edit the specific parts of the Patriot Act that allow the government to collect bulk information and excess information or anything else, and limit them so they are not able to collect as much, and we could do this every so many years to whenever we have to reapply the sunset provision makes the Patriot Act expire, and then we have to reapply it. In conclusion, the Patriot Act is beneficial, but it is exploiting us. It is allowing the government to exploit the American citizen material, and the sunset provision should be put into place on the Patriot Act to help limit how much information the government is collecting.